What's up, guys? It's the Brick Public back here again with another video. It's been a little bit, but we're back with the third episode of the decaling series. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Last episode we decaled the helmet, and today we're going to be working on the torso. You're just going to need a white torso and white hips or black hips, whichever one you prefer. And then you're going to need your tools, the X-Acto knife, tweezers, micro sole, micro set, paintbrush, something to carry water in, and some makeup sponges. You're going to want all these tools to start decaling, and you're also going to want the decal itself. So we're going to be doing the torso, this torso part of the decal. So now that you know that, let's get started. With the torso, you're going to want to carve the hips, because if you don't carve the hips will tear, because there's not a big enough gap, so the leg decal will rub up against the hips and it will tear. You can see right there, it's torn right there. You can definitely tell. And we don't want that to happen because it will make the figure look really bad. And we don't want the figure to look really bad. So how do we prevent this? There are two ways to prevent this. One, which is my favorite way, is to get an electric nail filer with the sandpaper tips. This is the company I use. This is just one that I find that works the best, because it's easy to hold. But then there's also another way, using a Citadel mold bud remover. If you've seen any how to decal videos before, you'll know that this is an essential. But if you're going to use an electric nail filer, you don't really need this all that much. So when I was first starting out, I would use the Citadel mold bud remover all the time. I would do this, and to use it, you would just hold it like this, take your hip, add it right there, and start carving away like this. But I don't really like this option, because sometimes when I was carving really hard, I would slip and it would hit my finger. This thing is not sharp, but it will hurt if it's swinging at you. So if I'm pushing really hard, scraping away, and it flings and goes 70 miles per hour, it's gonna hurt when it hits my finger. And it does. So that's why I thought of doing the nail filer. I think it's cheaper. It gets the job done faster, and it hurts way less. So I'm gonna show you how to use this, and then we can start with the actual decal part. Now you're going to want the torso and the hip and the nail filer. You're also going to want some paper towel or toilet paper, just because there's going to be a lot of dust when you do this, and this will basically catch most of it, so you can throw it away easy, because it's a pain to clean up. So you're going to want to turn it on. Here is the thing. So you got this scrolly wheel here, and this will show the power. I use the power all the way up, and this right here shows which direction the blade is moving. So now that you know that, we will get to the grinding. It's very easy to do, and it'll be very quick. You would just put this in the hole right here and just grind it. And then you check how well it's doing. You can see it's definitely changed. And you can also get a leg and put it in to see how much you grind it away. So I have a lot to do, so I'm going to cut and show you the finished product and how it should look. So this is what you're going to come out with. I did both sides of this, so it's going to look like this compared to the other, like, normal Lego torso. It's going to look like this, and as you can see, when I put a leg on it, it makes barely, if not no, contact to the leg whatsoever, and that's what you're going to want on both sides. You can see right there. So now that we did that, we will get to decaling the torso. So if you see my last video, then you obviously know how to do this, but if you haven't, then here's what you are going to want to do. You're going to want to take your knife and cut out the torso, and the two torso things you're going to want to cut inside of the black line. So you're going to want to cut right inside. So just like that. So I'm gonna cut the other side, and then we'll start decaling. So these are the two pieces cut out, right there, and the container that you hold water in, you're gonna want to put water in it. So I have water in my thing. So now we can start the decaling. Put the first decal in the water and leave it in there for about 20 to 30 seconds. Before you take the decal out, you're going to want to take this micro set, take a paintbrush and apply it to the torso or whatever piece you're going to decal. And once it's dry, once the decal is ready, you take it out, you slide it off, you take it with your tweezers, and you just apply it to the decal, and then you're going to want to take your tweezers and line it up. Just like that. And then you're going to want to take your sponge and apply pressure so the decal will stay there. And just keep adding more pressure. You want to get all the air bubbles and all of the water out of the decal. Once you do that, you should have the product like this. What I like to do is sometimes when I put the decal over to do the next side, it might like tear or scrape, so I always just take the makeup sponge and put it here so it won't scrape on the cutting board I'm using, and I just use another one to apply the other decal. And once it seems ready, you're going to want to take out the torso. Not the torso, you're going to want to take off the back decal, add it on just like that, add microset, don't forget. Hey, that rhymes. Yeah, once it seems like it's good and lined up, which mine's not, once it seems good and lined up, take your sponge and smush it down. Make sure to, with Joe Neck Toys decals and Thicky Bricky decals, make sure to not make the decal touch the hips, because these are Lego style decals, so they're not supposed to touch the hips. But yeah, there you go. There is the torso and the carved hips. Done. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and it helps me out a lot. Comment down below. Next video, I'm going to be doing the leg decals and the arm decals. And once we do those, I'll have another decal video after that. But once we're done with that, we're pretty much done. We're pretty much done with all decals. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some more helmet decal tutorials because there's many different helmets you can use, like Phase 1 and Mando's. But after that, we're basically done. So, if you enjoyed this video, I just said that. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for the support on these recent videos. Thank you for the support on my community posts as well. If you didn't know, I have community posts now, so you might want to go check those out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Have a great day, guys.